Good afternoon, everybody from Florida Cavern State Park in Marianna, Florida. Our journey brings us to the tour that we're going to be taking in a little bit, and we're going to be exploring some caverns, some caves that are here at the state park. You do have to go downstairs of this building right here. This is a little museum. On the first floor there is a gift shop, and on that gift shop you go ahead and you purchase $10.75 for an adult. I don't really remember the price of a child, but $10.75 per adult, and you get a certain time frame when to come back, and then you get a tour guide and you go for about an hour or so inside the caves. So what I'm going to do is, we are actually in Tallahassee this weekend. I'm going to throw some footage in right about now of us going to a pinball place called Flippin Pinball, and then a blues concert that we went to Bradfordville Blues. I don't know, I forgot the name of it. I'll put the name in, but throw that clip in right about now.
Can't catch me. Oh no.
I lost my guy. Oh my god, it's
Alright guys, so that was the pinball place that we went to and the blues club that we went to see that live performance of the bad, the good, and the blues, or the good, the bad, the blues. Had a great time. We're gonna go ahead now, meet up with our tour guide, and hit up the cave. Let the journey begin.
Hold the handrail.
Steep. A little steep there too. What's the password?
Ask nicely. That's all you have to do. Make sure you watch it as you walk in.
Oh, it's so much colder down here.
Tickets there. Oh, there's one.
I'll go and start taking notes. Alright, stay secure. Thank you. Alright, don't worry. Watch it as you walk in. Thank you very much. Watch it as you walk in.
Wow.
Not for me, I have no
Why is the person a far back?
Dude, I'm already at the roof.
You have to go ahead and walk in if you want to. Just make sure you watch it as you in. Flashlight with you, you're more than welcome to go ahead and take it out. Or if you use your phone flashlight, that is also fine. But begin going to follow me down here, and I'll get you to a first area. Just make sure that you're careful. Watch your step, watch your head, and follow me this way.
I'll send it later.
Oh, dude. Yeah, like there's no rail or anything. Like there's nothing here. She said it was going to be humid. It's not really humid.
They just put a little air mattress.
I haven't seen any bats today, so I'm still gonna be looking around on the ceiling. Everybody feel fine?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Well, I need to let you know that if you need out at any point in time, all I gotta do is say, hey, Mr. Tour Guide, Hunter, get me the heck out of here. And we have a number of emergency exits as you walk through the cave. But right now, you just walked about 60 feet down into the earth, into this room right here, which has a very clever name. And I'm gonna go ahead and ask all of you, does anybody have any guesses at what maybe the name of this room is? Any guesses? The blue room, good context clues, I like that. Pretty good guess. Any other guesses?
The cave room.
The cave room. I like that one too.
The blue cave room.
The blue cave room. Oh, okay. Now, patenting stuff. I like that. All right. Well, I guess I might as well tell you the name of this room. You're gonna be super shocked. We like to call this our entrance room. I know. So, and this right down here. This is our basement, our deepest point we have here, unless you fall down a hole. And it's gonna be the deepest point you'll see. And as we walk through the cave, we're gonna be slowly making our way back on up. And I will go ahead and tell you, with some of that water that you're seeing down there, water is pretty much the main reason we have these caves. It's also the main reason we have our formations, our passageways, and everything else around you. And speaking about water, a long time ago, Florida used to be under an ocean. So whenever you come through here and you look across the ceiling, and you look across the walls, you'll come across seashells, fossils, and possibly even teeth. And so if you have any questions about what you're seeing, always feel free to ask me. I'm here to answer them for you. It doesn't have to be cave-related questions either. If you want to know how tall I am or something, I don't mind answering it. Just please feel free to ask me any questions that you have. Go ahead and start following me this way, and we'll get you into your next room.
Dude, I'm 5'9".
Well, see this one?
Alright, I'm just gonna duck just to be safe.
Eric, I should duck in front of you because I'm shorter. I'm feeling very claustrophobic.
I'm good. Dude. Oh, it gets even lower. Lord Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Oh. Alright, I think I can stand up. Okay. And now it's steep. Watch it, grab the rail.
I understand I can hear more than anybody, but that gives me the opportunity to hit my head everywhere. I get too comfortable whenever I walk through here and then I just knock my head on something that I already know is there. And it's really bad, especially for like the first few areas, like up over here. This is where you're gonna hit your head at the most, especially when you first walk. Formations that we have, but first I'm gonna tell you the name of it. We like to call this our wedding room. It's named after the wedding cake that's right here behind me. And over to the left of it, it's even got a pipe organ. And right here, where I'm standing, people actually do get married. We host around 2 to 3 weddings a year. One time we even had a blind date, but the other date didn't show up. It was sad. And then we also had some birthday parties in here. But like I said, the main reason I'm bringing you in here is to show you most of the formations we have. So if you take a look, right over here on the ceiling, these ones that are coming down, you most likely know the names of them, but I'm going to tell you anyways that these are what we like to call stalactites. And then right below them, we also have the stalagmite. And then whenever they meet each other, or meet the ceiling, or meet the floor, they create this larger formation like this one right here in front of me, which is an example of a column. And then there's also one more, which I'm going to give you your heads up. I like to call it cave bacon because it looks like bacon to me. And if you look right here, this is what I'm talking about. These are the cave breakers. And all these formations that I've pointed out to you so far are the most common ones that you'll see as you walk through here. And there's something that I want you to keep in mind. Take a look right here, inside of my hand. This rock is about a cubic inch. And for every piece that's about this big right here, all the way around the mountain formations, it's taken around 100 years to develop each one of those pieces. And that's why I tell you so often, to make sure not to touch anything. Now before we keep going, don't forget, I do encourage questions, so does anybody have any questions up and down, huh?
First getting in there. Watch your stuff on that.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything, not even shove it.
Did they, even though I'm like, they might not be tall enough.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that was.
You've been looking? Because I've been having some trouble recently. I don't know, I just have to get back into the swing of it. Normally I'm pretty good at finding them. I guess they don't want to see me anymore. I said, man, you went missing? Yeah, maybe that's what it is, yeah.
They're bad.
After a column that's been split. And if you take a look right up over here, this is what I'm talking about. And so we like to call this our fractured room. And the way this happens is because below you right now we have an aquifer. And in case you don't know what that is, it's basically just an underground river that's running below our cave system right now. And as the water level of the underground river comes down, the cave will also go down with it, causing some formations to split. Now you also might have noticed a few colors as you came in here, and one of the first ones you probably saw was the white one that's over here. This white one here is what we call calcite. It crystallizes and it's very common. And then over here to the left of it, the murky brown color right here, this is what we call manganese. And then there's one more, which you won't see as often, that's sitting right here inside the ceiling, which is the rusty reddish brown color here. This is what we call iron. And all of our formations here are pretty consistent with the three minerals. And if they don't have one of those in them, it's most likely just limestone. But there's also another formation that I have to teach all of you about. It's the button panel formation. It used to control the lights. But now, whenever people get hurt, you're supposed to press one of these buttons right here. And it activates an alarm outside. And then help arrives in around 2 to 3 business days. So if anything happens to anyone, just press one of those. Real quick. Does anyone have any questions before we keep walking?
What happens if someone goes in there?
Oh God. I should have looked. I almost did not look up.
That one looks like a plastic.
Yeah, that's when I see the little thing.
It's too dark.
No.
Whenever you come in here, you can stand wherever you like.
I like the shit. I used to watch that shit so much.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What was the other one? Courage the Cowardly Dog.
How long have you guys been going towards?
Since 1942. So I think that's around what, 80 years? Yeah, almost 80 years on the dot.
How old are these formations?
Well, the approximate age for most of them here is probably gonna be within the thousands, tens of thousands. But the big ones like that there, they've probably been here forever. It could be anywhere around millions. It really just depends. Alright, and if you want to come further in here, you can. This room is named after a new formation that I haven't shown you yet. It's been named after a brimstone pool that's right up over here. And if you want to come closer to get a better look at it, you can. But we like to call this room the South American room because the formation is apparently in the shape of that continent. And what you're going to see sitting on top of it isn't glass, water, or some kind of special mineral. Well, it's actually water. It's just sitting very, very still. Sorry, excuse me, that caught my mind. Yeah, this right here is a brimstone pool. If you want to get a little closer, you most certainly can. And as you come back down, I'll make sure to be pointing out a shark tooth in case you're curious to see that. It'll be poking out the ceiling right up over there. And don't forget, let me know if you got questions.
How much land area does this cover? The caves? How much
The
is it?
caves?
Oh, look at the
Well,
water.
there's no
Hey, look.
exact like square footage there.
Oh, I see it.
Measured versus steadily finding new ones, but it's about
Is that the pool he's talking about?
Wow.
Yes.
Let me see if I can get a
Just
picture.
recently discovered a small pond. Alright, right up over here, this is the shark tooth I was talking about. If you want to check this out. I'll make sure to point it out for everyone. You see this thing up here? That's a shark tooth. Now, I'm a big skepticist. I feel like somebody might have glued it up there or something. But I was told that it is some kind of species closely related to limit sharks.
Where is it?
Right up there. Can you see it? It looks like
Yeah.
one there. Yep, that is a shark tooth.
What about human teeth? Have you found that?
Which is short for Civilian Conservation Corps. And it was an organization made by FDR in 1933. It was part of his New Deal program. And those workers, they came down here with a pickaxe, shovel, wheelbarrow, and a kerosene or carbide lantern, which was only about as bright as a lighter. So I'm going to turn these lights out right here to give you an idea about how bright they were. But first, take a look around yourself and you could barely see anything. Minus like some phones and Apple Watches and stuff. But this right here was about how bright the lanterns were. And normally what they'd do is they put a nail up in the ceiling and they'd hang it there and start digging out whatever it was they had to dig out. Like this tunnel right here behind me. The reason they dug this out was to connect two caves. They did it for about $1 a day. Which back then, that was actually some pretty decent money. I'll go and turn these lights off for you. And just to prove to you how dark it is, there's something that I want you to do. What I want you to do is I want you to put your thumb on your nose. Wiggle your fingers and tell me, can you even see it? Look how silly I'll look. Go ahead and start following me this way, and I'll get you to your next room. One time. I was ready. Look, I was ready to cushion you.
I'm good. I caught myself.
Has that happened? What's the worst injury that's happened in this cave?
You really want to know, don't you? So listen, I was walking through here one time. I'm not gonna tell you the ones where people died or anything, but I was walking through here one time. I brought someone through a passageway where the ceiling is coral, so it's super sharp, right? And so he's going through there and he's walking at a pretty decent pace, and I hear a thud on the ceiling, like I'd say maybe 13 foot ahead of him, 15 foot ahead of him. And then I look back and his head is like literally squirting out blood.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a puddle of blood on the floor, and he was out for like 10 seconds straight.
Scary.
Yeah, I was hoping that dude was all right.
Yeah.
You can walk around this area some, take a look around. We're gonna still wait for some of the people in the back to come in.
Wow, look at this.
It's nice.
You wanna walk around here some, you can.
What makes these little ripples here?
What's that?
The ripples we see, what makes that? Or is
These
that
are-
the limestone?
Yeah, these are cascading ripstone pools. So they're just very small versions of one because there's one that overflowed and created new ones.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I call them cascading. I keep walking because when workers came through here, they saw the formation here in the center and they said it looks like a waterfall. But of course, I'm only gonna tell you that because that's my script. I personally think it looks more like Java Hut. Do y'all agree? Okay. Alright, I'm not the only one who sees it then. Now Java Hut, he is a flowstone formation. So he forms from a constant flow of water. And speaking about a constant flow of water, we have a little hole over here that goes about 40 feet back down into a 130-foot drop-off that goes directly into the aquifer. I'll go and start pointing it out for anybody who wants to check it out. But if you don't want to see this, we do have the highest concentration of seashells in this room. And if you look above you, you'll see plenty of them. And you're more than welcome to walk back some areas like right over there to go check out and see what else we have here. I'll go and start pointing out the drop-off for anybody who wants to check that out.
Don't fall in.
I'm not feeling that. Don't get ready to catch me. Yeah, about 40 feet back, where that little slanted wall is, that is where the drop-off starts. Make sure that you watch your step and you watch your head as you come through here, because on your left there's going to be a couple of holes. Just go straight through this way when you're ready. You can walk ahead of me if you like.
Famous last word.
I can't even imagine what's going to do. Don't act like you're going to fall, you're going to give me a heart attack.
You literally want to be last?
Yeah.
Okay. But who's the caboose though? There's a caboose. Oh,
What's a caboose?
the last person.
Oh.
Because I was gonna say if we're last, then we're not we're taking the role of the caboose.
I'm not trying to
Okay, be careful,
away from them.
please, because they said there's holes to the left or right. I forgot which one.
Oh, that's it then. Yay.
Oh man, look at this one.
There's the hole.
Look at this one coming up. Look at this in here. These little holes.
I can't see it. It just looks black. Oh, a little more.
Make sure you're careful whenever you come down. So this room that you walked into, we like to call this our discovery room because we have one of the very first entryways to our cave right back over here. And it will be kind of hard to see because there's a weighted sheet of metal to the far right in the back here that blocks off that entryway. And the reason it was blocked off is because at one point we actually had an issue with a group of people coming into our cave and vandalizing it. When I say vandalize, what I mean is that some of them would come through here and break formations, light campfires, and even spray graffiti along some of the walls. And luckily, most of that has been cleaned up today. But still, the formations they broke, we can't get those back. If you take a look right up over here, I can still show you to this day where some of them are broken. You're fine. So right here, you'll notice how it looks very flat on the top of some of these formations here. Those are areas where they have taken them off and possibly taken them home with them to have a rock at their house for whatever reason. This is a good time to tell you you don't want to break formations in here. Because if you do break formations within the state park's cave, it is a felony and a $500 fine, and I still don't know if you get to keep the formation if you pay the fine. So, don't do it. Now I'm gonna stay right here and talk to you about this rock here too, because I get a lot of questions about it. This rock here is a lifesaver for the workers, and they built it themselves, typically to tie a rope around and around their waist, so that way when their lanterns went out, all they had to do was follow the rope back to see the light of the entryway over there. But they also called it the rock of many names. I'm making this a short and sweet story. So the reason they call it that is because their lights went out and they couldn't see them. And they'd come over here and they'd hit their foot there, and then they'd hit their head over here and give it a name. So, boss says we can't say the names. Don't ask me. Go ahead and start following me down here, and I'll get you into your next group. Make sure to watch your stuff on the right over here.
So do you think they do like multiple tours? Like one in one room and there's people in other rooms?
You can ask.
They have to, right? Ooh, this is a little low like they left.
Have you guys been looking for bats? I hope not.
Yeah.
No? What? I need help. Like, this is becoming a dire moment now. I don't know why I'm not finding any of them. I haven't even seen the crickets that I saw my last week. And I have a theory why the bats aren't here. I feel like somebody brought Ozzy Osbourne through here. And that's why I don't have no more. Back, and I think I see the caboose. Yes, the caboose. We got 2 cabooses now. So this room is what we like to call the cathedral room. And we call it that because of a large formation that's right back over here that was named after some European workers who saw it and said it happened to look like some of the castles from their homeland. But whenever they walked into here, they also want to investigate a slight temperature change they could feel. And to some of you, it might feel a little cooler in here, and there's a reason for that. If you take a look, right up over here, we have a natural air vent. And this natural air vent here is a hot spot for all kinds of creatures to come in and out of. And one of the most common ones we have is known as the tricolored bat. He comes in here during the day to roost along the ceiling, and then he flies back out at night, and he eats around 500 mosquitoes each night. And here in Jackson County alone, the bats eat around 250,000 pounds of them per year. And I'm still getting bitten. Now, look, right over here, there's also a formation
We need a
that
pet
comes
bat.
out at the very beginning of this tour that you are going to be allowed to touch. And it's going to be right up over here. I'm going to start pointing them out for you in case anybody's curious to know what these formations feel like. He's going to be sitting right here. This is the formation. And you can hug it if you want to also. I hugged it every day that I wake here for good luck. Love the formation. I hope the formation works for you too. Touch it, Evelyn.
Oh, it's cold.
I'm looking for it. I'm starting to think if we're not going to find any bats, we're going to find something else. I might even have to take you through that closed off room. I'll find something. Right now, this is what we call our waiting room. It's where I'm supposed to sit and count all of you guys. But of course, we have the trusty caboose in the back there to help me out with numbers. And also, my boss tells me that, 90% still an A, so as long as I walk out with most of you, we should be good. Go ahead and start following me down here, and I'm going to get you into our catacombs. Make sure you grab the stairwell. These last few steps are very slippery right now. They're full of water.
Step.
Has Lily ever done? Well, I know you haven't.
Make sure you watch your coming down here. And in case you haven't seen any of this yet, we have some crystallized calcite down here. It's like little white glittery stuff. I think it's cool.
You see it?
Oh yeah.
It's crystallized calcite.
Oh, that's gonna really pick it up on the video.
Yeah, no. I've
Probably
always noticed
photo.
that. On cameras, for some reason, it just doesn't show up. If you can get it to show up, I don't know how you get it. Alright. I will go double check.
There's a big pen right here.
we like to call our catacombs is right up over here. Now, this is the space that after workers had dug out this little area here, specifically the Gopher Gang, which were a group of kids working with the CCC. They dug this area out and they left behind where the floor was. And this is our catacombs now today. And in case you don't know what the catacombs are, it's basically just an underground burial site that's full of a whole bunch of skeletons, and normally a space that's no less than a foot in width. And I know what you're saying. You're telling me, why can't you call this a catacombs? Because there's no skeletons in here, right? Well, listen to this. Our catacombs get so full every month that we have to clean it out. And that's why we don't have any in it right now. Now, the area that you're seeing back over here, as it goes back further in these areas, and especially over in these little spaces here, these were the areas that those kids would crawl through to find more areas and map out our cave. If it wasn't for 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, probably 16-year-olds, we wouldn't be able to know how to get in and out of this cave today. Make sure that you follow me down this next passageway here and keep your head down pretty low, because while the ceiling is very sharp with this petrified coral, and a lot of people happen to hit their heads over here and it normally busts you open. Don't do it. Make sure you watch your head and follow me this way.
How many? Go behind you. Michaela's a good job. We'll go behind the plate, yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch out coming in here. Just get anywhere along this here. It's going to save us having people in the back to make the way. Hopefully we still have the same use.
How many hours did the kids like work? You know, the young kids to look for.
I think about 12. We're about 12 hours. Child labor laws are a lot different. I think they're also paid a little less too, somewhere around 80 a lunchbox. It'd make a pretty good lunchbox. I'm pretty hungry right now. I like PB&Js, but if you have had a PB&J, you also need to try Fluffernutter sandwich. Anybody had one of those before? Oh yeah, that stuff's good. No? Oh my gosh. So, you know peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they have peanut butter and jelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scratch the jelly, put marshmallow fluff on it, it's even better.
Okay.
Speaking of peanut butter, someone tried to justify to me one time how they have to eat creamy peanut butter because it doesn't have peanuts in it, and they're allergic to peanuts. Yeah, somebody tried to justify that to me. That's not how that works.
What causes the cracks in the formation?
Like up over here,
Yeah.
this is more of just the cave settling. As it comes down, some of these areas will happen to crack a little bit. That's over many, many years. It does not happen instantaneously. Now this is going to be your last passageway right here. We call this tall man's torture, short man's revenge. It's about 4 feet high and 20 feet back. Just do not lift your head up too fast as you come through here. We're about to be leaving the cave. Go and start following me this way.
Oh, Jesus.
I know, it's so bad. And we're going to stop here and I'm going to do a quick head count. Caverns was a cool, interesting. Thank you. I'm glad. As you walk out of here, if you have any further questions, don't forget my name is Hunter. Just pull me aside or something. Let me know what it is, and make sure to watch your step and watch your head as you walk out of here. And I'll make sure to wish you a great day. And if you did not enjoy a tour today, my name is Shaggy. Follow me on this way.
Duck. Make sure you duck.
Watch your head on the way out, and you take care.
Alright, appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
See you later.
And we're back outside. And it's hot. Jesus. Alright, so that was the Florida Cavern State Park, the caves. Amazing opportunity to go inside a cave. Really don't have the opportunity to do that really that often. It's the only one I believe in the state of Florida. But now we're gonna go ahead and hit the Blue Hole Spring that's also attached here to the park. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the GoPro and then we'll go ahead inside and get the water. Let's do this. So I think right about here on the other side are camping tents, and then I think somewhere right around there is the RVs. So with this spring, you actually get a good opportunity to camp nearby where you are staying at with the spring, and then go from there. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get in this water.
Get into like
I'm literally doing the Captain Morgan stance right now. This leg is on an incline. I'm literally like this, like Captain Morgan right now. This water is absolutely refreshing, but absolutely freezing at the same time. And we were just in that spot over there, and it's so murky like this that something like made a thud, like jumped out in and out of the water. And we have no idea what it could be. It could be an alligator, it could be who knows what. So we just got out temporarily. But here's some more of the spring. It's actually a little bit, or another little shallow part. Actually, it looks pretty clear over here. I'm gonna slowly not bust my butt. This is really nice. This is really shallow. This is like knee deep. Go ahead and put you guys in the water real quick. Yeah, so walk up this little shallow part up here. Got some parking over there, and then there is no lifeguard on duty, so you gotta swim at your own risk. And there's a little bit of a picnic area here. Got a bathroom, women and men with a shower. Got a little bridge over here. You got some more water over here. Got some water, some trees that fell into the water. There's a sign here that's telling you that there's alligators present on the trail and waterways. They usually eat fish, turtles, and other small animals, but may attack larger animals such as a deer. They have also been known to attack humans. Dangerous, swim at your own. Do not swim with the alligators, do not approach, frighten, or feed them. Immediately call alligator sighting in the swimming area to the park staff. So there is a possibility of having an alligator show up. It's not out of the question. And then I'm assuming that you have a trail that way and a trail that way. I am barefoot, so I will not do the neither. But yeah, small, quiet little spring. It's a little smaller than the ones we've been on to lately on this channel, but definitely really nice. It's pretty cloudy out tonight, or today I should say, not tonight. It's pretty cloudy. Really cold though. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's refreshing, and then there's just freezing, and that water is freezing. But I'm gonna try to jump off this little pier that they have over here. Jump down, almost fell. Jump off this little pier they have over here. Just try to enjoy ourselves the best we can. If you're visiting the state park, definitely check out the cave tour. Drive about 7-8 minutes within the park north. Boom, you'll hit this spring that you see over here. Go ahead and show you guys the spring one more time. Very nice, very small little area right there for kids to jump off or anybody to jump off. 1, 2, 3. All right, corn nugget. What should I dip the corn nugget with? The gold? It like evaporated in my mouth. That happened to you? I like this mac better than the one up there. It's a lot creamier. The mac up there was good, but
Actually, honestly,
this is
overall,
what
I
I've been
like this better than that one.
baked beans or barbecue beans. I need a second opinion. Hold on. It's good, but it's different.
Hard to compare.
Right, like that. What theirs was like. It wasn't. This one's sweeter. Right. This one's sweeter. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but there was some. I can't remember the taste of the other one. It was good, but I can't remember if it was sweet or. This is really good though. There's chunks of meat in this one too. There's no meat in this.
Yeah, I don't see any meat.
So these are just like. I don't see any in here. Still good though.
Michaela, what meats did you get?
Ribs and brisket.
You want to try some of the pulled pork?
The sweet potato mash is good.
It's fine.
They're not a lot.
It's fine.
All right.
They have all the
I don't like
All
their
right.
hickory sauce.
No?
No.
All right. That's literally what I
I
was
like
going.
the gold better than
All right,
the hickory.
hickory. Oh
think
God,
that's
it's
my favorite.
thick. Look at this. Well, what's his recommendation?
Sweet. And mix it with the hot mama.
Yeah, I don't like the hickory.
Yeah.
I like hickory. The sweet and sassy with the hot.
That's what he recommended to mix it. I like it mixed.
All right. Hot. And then sassy.
The hickory's a little bull, huh?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
It was hot, then went sweet, and then went back to hot. That was really good. It starts off hot, goes away, sweet, and then it goes back hot like right now. That's really good. Let me try the gold by itself. Did you get all 4 sauces? Did you get all 4 sauces? Okay. Me, his combo, I like the best so far. The hickory by itself is too. The gold's okay. I don't mind eating the gold, but these two together, that's a good. Hell, that char on that one. Surprised he didn't like I'm surprised he didn't realize this. All right, I'm gonna do the brisket by itself. What'd you get, pork? Do you want to try some of the brisket?
I'm gonna try a little bit, yeah. I was gonna give you some this week.
I'll try his combo.
Hold it on. Can we get your plate here? And probably end up throwing some of your beans.
That's fine. The brisket is good. We had an amazing time today. We visited the Florida Cavern State Park up in Marianna, Florida. After that, we went into the gift shop, purchased some tickets, got a tour of the caverns that they have on site. Thank you, Hunter, for that tour. And then from there, we went ahead and we went 8 minutes west, visited Blue Hole Springs, which is right there in the same park. And then from there, I drove the hour or so back east to Tallahassee, Florida. Got some amazing barbecue at Willie Jules. Highly recommend if you guys are here in Tallahassee. And then from there, we are now back here at our friend's house, and we're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put this video together for you guys. Really highly suggest if you guys are in Tallahassee, make the hour trip west to go visit that park. It's really, really cool. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.